is good as its villain. And you've managed to bring such a ferocity and life to this role. And I know you thought it was over just like everyone else, but then magic happened. A higher power intervened, and here you are again, man. Let's talk about Victor Crowley and what it means to you and what you know it means to them. And this is actually the closest I've ever been to you without you fucking choking me, so I'm really happy about that. But yes, let's talk about Victor Crowley.
Well, everyone knows what this character has meant to me. I loved playing the Jason character for as long as I did, and unceremoniously replaced, and didn't get the opportunity to continue. No, it wasn't by Derek, it was by someone else. Derek did a great job. But yes, he did, and he did a great job in Hatchet 3. I mean, you know, Hatchet, what was it, 2 or 3? Now I can't remember. 3, yes, of course. So that face-off scene was amazing. But anyway, the character regenerated my horror career playing this character, and when Adam told me about this one, I said, okay, we've done 3. Please, just tell me I get to fucking kill Perry shit. And he said, well, and I said, I knew it. Fucking knew it. The one guy I really want to kill, and I just can't do it. Maybe one day, who knows, but the films have been so much fun. The character is amazing. The cast that I've been able to work with myself, unbelievable talent in a budget that doesn't dictate having talent like this. So we've been very fortunate, and I feel very fortunate to have played the character. So thanks for the support.
Mr. Kane Hodder. Okay, so now what we want to know is any of you have questions? You, sir.
First off, holy fucking fuck up music. Surprise. Second, Kane, I heard on the podcast that every movie you do, there is one person who gets a surprise in their trailer. Who was it in this movie?
Yeah, no, I think that on this one, the surprise was on, can we say that? If the surprise was on us? I can't remember.
Go ahead, you can. It was Adam. Even though it wasn't a victim, I finally pissed in his area. He doesn't even know it.
I'm gonna take him outside and make jokes.
Everyone else? Anyone else? Raise your hand so I could see you right there. Good question. When do you expect the release, and what kind of release is it getting?
Okay, so here's the cool thing. Starting this Saturday, it plays London, and then I think either tomorrow or the next day, the full tour list should be out. It was supposed to be out right when this announcement happened, but obviously they can't do it until every single little thing is in stone. But it's going to be a lot of cities across America, October through Thanksgiving. And then the release, which will be some sort of theatrical, most likely, like don't quote me on this because I haven't seen it in writing yet, but some sort of theatrical and VOD and DVD and Blu-ray and all that stuff. Personally, like by Christmas. So it's gonna happen really fast. Like we announced it tonight, it's gonna tour and do cities, and then boom, it's out. So what we wanted to do was avoid a year of announcements and set visits and 20 teaser trailers and like we just wanted to be like, here, see it, but this exists now, and here we go. So one thing we are going to do though, that we did with Marrow, it helps avoid the piracy and the bullshit. The only copy of this movie that exists is in my hands. And so no press screeners, no anything, they don't exist. So if you want to see it, you come to the theater, that's how you see it. I am sick of these entitled motherfuckers doing the work that we do because they don't think it's worth anything. So we did it with Marrow, it's gonna work for this. Anybody from the press who wants to come and review it and say mean things or whatever, we'll buy them a ticket for the theater and they can come see it, but nobody gets a screener. And once it comes out, unfortunately, the moment it hits VOD, DVD, Blu-ray, it's gone. So I would love to put that off forever. I'd love to tour with this for 15 years. And people get so mad about it, by the way, with Marrow. I can't believe, tweeting to me, I can't believe I can't find a fucking link to your movie to steal. Sorry, go fuck yourself. But that's the plan right now, is by end of year it should be out now. But again, I'm not the distributor, so what do I know?
Next, right there.
What was the best and worst day on set?
Best and worst day.
I'll let somebody else answer the best day one if somebody knows. And also, let's answer the best day from the first one and the best day from this one, that you guys can start thinking. The worst day on this one, so as you saw, most of the movie takes place on a plane. The plane was a huge deal to build that thing, and it was like the shell of an actual plane and all the... Anyway, we shot the first 2 days on a soundstage. That was when things were good on the plane, up through the crash. That crash, there were 46 different people who all had a job to do it as a oneer like that without, cutting. And it was hard to pull off. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. When you can't compete with a $200 million movie plane crash, you have to think of a different way. So my idea was to show it from the point of view of somebody sitting there. Like, what would it feel like if you went down a small plane like that? You could only see what you would be able to see. And judging by the response, it seemed like it worked. So then we moved the plane to the ranch. It's called Santa Ranch, right near Sable Ranch, where we shot the first one, literally 10 minutes away. And they put the plane in the water, and we had a very, very tight shoot for this. There was no time to fuck around. And our, it was the key grip, I think, or the gaffer, who stepped on it right as the cast is finished with makeup and ready to shoot, and the fucking floor falls out of it into the swamp. Done shooting for the night. And the next day, several people came with masks and snorkels and had to dive under to try to build the floor back up so there was a floor that the cast could safely stand on, which it was actually never safe, and they could have died at any... Guys, cover your ears. I'm surprised they're still fucking alive. Like, it was the most dangerous... I'm just kidding, It was totally safe. It wasn't safe at all.
Who's got the best memory from the first one? Oh, of course, Joel. Come here.
Hi guys, that was fun, huh? That was fucking cool. That's the way to do a fourth movie right there. Congrats. Adam's one of my best friends. I'm one of his biggest fans. Look at this family right here. He's done a very good job. This does not happen in our industry. This is really fucking cool, dude. Congratulations. You should feel good about yourself. There's a lot of really fun. Jesus. We were all young. We didn't know what we were doing on the first one. We had like $7, and Adam was like, "You get 50 cents. You get a quarter." And so all we had to do was just fuck around with each other. And I remember first of all, he threw up in my mouth. And that was awesome. And then I threw up on camera. That was awesome. But the best moment, I think, was when we scared the living shit out of Mercedes McNabb. Is she here? I heard she was here. Is she here, Adam? She was. She's out. She don't want to hear the story, that's why. We were doing these little like, we were recording these little pieces, right? And at one point, we knew that we wanted to get Mercedes, so Kane didn't talk to us normally. In the first one, he did. I don't know how he dealt with you guys, but he did not talk to us. He was not he was separate from us. He wanted to sort of keep the lore and keep the idea and keep it reverent. And so we finally talked you in, it was like a couple weeks into it, we talked him into hiding in Mercedes' trailer's shower. And then we told her that we were going to do something inside. I can't remember exactly. We have a video. Go find this online or look at it. It's on Aeroscope probably. And we get her in the trailer somehow and scare the living shit out of her. And I don't know, I can't even remember the end of the story, but that moment right there was the defining moment where we pulled Kane out of his sort of behind the mask, as you would say, and just to scare the shit out of Mercedes. So. And I'm so glad to see Tamara here. Look at this. Everybody give Tamara a round of applause. I haven't seen her for like 10 years. This is awesome.
Now, Chase, from Victor Crowley, your death was pretty brutal. So I was wondering if you can talk a little bit about it, because I understand you have a hell of a story.
Oh, about that? Oh, well, we had a great time. It wasn't scary at all. Yeah, that was the first big death thing I've had in something. That was sweet. It was intense. It was a lot to watch, and I'm gonna mourn myself for the rest of my life. But I was just surreal to be here, kind of, because I watched Hash It for the first time when I was 15 or 16 at my parents' house when I first started smoking weed, and then I think I played Enter the Matrix on PS2 afterwards. So I feel very things have really come full circle. So I'm just very delighted to be here, and it's such a great vibe. There's so much passion behind it. Oh well, my eyeball exploded. It's no big deal. It was cool. Blood was shed. I like to shed blood in every role that I do, just to show that I'm committed and I'm serious. And this is my art and my passion. And for that reason, I'm glad that I did this.
Come, my dear, we haven't heard from you in a long time. Share.
Hi, it's been 10 years. I have a worst and a best story. So my worst story was we all were bored, kind of, shooting, and we snuck onto a train that was a prop, because I don't know why it was out there, and Victor Crowley figured out that we were on the train, and somehow the door got locked, and we were literally stuck on the train, and then there was somebody banging on the side of it, and we were fucking terrified. Can I say fucking? Sorry. But it scared me so, I was so scared of him. It was horrible, and I was so scared, and that was the worst night. I mean, they locked me in a barn, and he was out there banging on it and chasing me. It was so much torture. And then the best night for me was also with Kane, and he took all the makeup off, and he was his real self, and he had to sit there and he had to cry over the loss of his son. And it was a closed set, and I got to sit there and we made eye contact, and I got to look at him, and we got to have this really beautiful, emotional scene, and he cried on camera with no makeup, and he's such a beautiful actor, such a wonderful person, and it was really the best moment of the entire thing for me.
Any more questions out there? Right there. Ooh, when is the soundtrack going to be released?
Yeah, so it was just announced maybe a month ago that now Aeroscope has a record division, so Aeroscope Records is now a thing. Our first release is my band Haddonfield, which hopefully you caught the dig of my own band, Crystal's line about Haddonfield. Our record comes out next month on the 15th. Digitally, I think, and then October 13th is the vinyl and CD, and that's when we play Rock and Shock with Ministry and get booed off the stage. So, yeah, Aeroscope Records is going to be putting this out. So Igniter, the Jason McMaster from Dangerous Toys, that last song, they have an album called Haunted by Rock and Roll that Aeroscope Records and EMP is going to be putting out, I think, by Halloween. but that'll just be the song. But what we're actually trying to do is go one step further and do like all the music from the Hatchet series. The only thing with that one is that the top priority, just by demand, is a Holliston soundtrack. So that's the thing that we're going to focus on first, and then this. But for Record Store Day, don't quote me on this. It's not definite yet. Supposedly, it's going to be a single with the end credit song, and then the rap song that you heard in the middle of the people that Q was listening to, Sick Mind. That was actually Laura's fiance, well, gonna be husband in like 10 minutes. Adrian produced that, and it's Walk McCloud, Poison Pen, Joker. That song, when you hear it, actually on if you listen to the Movie Crypt, the podcast that Joe and I do on Monday, we play both songs in their entirety on the podcast. That rap song is incredible, absolutely incredible. So there's going to be videos for both, and for Record Store Day, what I'm hearing now is it's going to be a vinyl single with one song on each side. It'll be a limited edition, but you can get it right next door at Amoeba.
Awesome. Any more? Last question right there.
I was really excited to see the return of gas-powered bullets. Isn't there a story behind that? Did you have to actually create that prop?
The story of the gas-powered belt sander.
Yeah, it's in every movie somewhere. We always get that in. The quick story of that was I wrote it in the script for the first one, and then I got cold feet on it because I was like, well, he'd have to plug it in. It doesn't work. I mean, there's no such thing as a gas-powered belt sander, and everyone loved the kill. And I was gonna change it. Jolie's kill. Is Jolie still here, or is she with Mercedes? This is like Tribeca all over again. Those two always disappear. I was going to change it to a kill where he uses the blunt, the flat side of the top of the hatchet to beat her face inside out, which we ended up using for Dave Foy as a Chad in Hatchet 2. A death which, by the way, if you have the Blu-ray, Chad gets hit in the face 30 times. And if you saw it in theaters, he got hit 3 times. I guess, I think 30 times is fucking hilarious. And then 3 times is actually serious. But the MPAA, man, the fact that they would let us grind Jolie's face off, but not impale her on a shovel. So the lesson learned here is it's okay to grind a bitch's face off, but don't you put something in her. Like, it's ridiculous. But the belt sander thing, I wanted it out. And then Brian McBrien, who was our production designer on the first one, said, if I can build one that works, where you pull the cord and it starts, that means it could exist in real life. Then will you use it? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. He's never going to do it. And he tried, and he tried, and he tried, and all of a sudden one day he comes to set and he pulls the cord and the thing went, and it worked. And so it stayed in the movie and instantly became, I mean, it's like right behind Victor Crowley's hatchet as far as iconic weapons go. I don't know if Pentagraph is in here somewhere. You know, fans love to buy, every now and then we'll release like 25 actual prop hatchets that we'll sell on Aeriescope.com. Pentagraph, you can get to work building about 25 working gas-powered belt sanders to sell. Go for it.
Hey Rob, Pentagraph, can you stand up 1 second? There's a reason why we all love these movies, and it's because they're so fucking gloriously violent. And that's the man who makes that happen. So give it up for Rob Pendergrass.
Hey Rob. You're awesome.
Chicken and biscuits and gravy and chicken with the biscuits and the gravy and chicken. And the chicken is me. Golden done. Now we didn't get to talk to everybody here, but I just want you all to know that you, each and every one of you, are fucking rock stars. And as a fan first, thank you. Give it up for them. Now comes the hard part. That was a lot of fun, right? Yeah! Now, when Adam first said this was the 4th Hatchet movie, you were like, holy shit, right? Yeah. Please don't spoil anything you've seen for anyone else. And I implore you, because that magic that you guys felt, if you start spoiling scenes, you're going to take that away from someone else. And we need a little love in